When the summer transfer window opens, football fans around the world eagerly await to see which players their favorite clubs will sign to strengthen their squads for the upcoming season. This anticipation is especially intense in the English Premier League, where clubs are always in the spotlight during transfer market dealings due to their willingness to make bold moves. However, being a new player doesn't always guarantee success. New signings must prove themselves compatible with their team's playing style and adapt to the demands of the league. Sometimes, players who were highly anticipated in the previous season may not have been able to contribute as expected due to various reasons. Their strong comeback in the following season often attracts even more attention. Take Mason Mount, for example. The handsome and talented midfielder joined Manchester United from Chelsea for over $64 million, with hopes that he would become the next David Beckham at Old Trafford. The belief in Mount was so high that he was even given the iconic number 7 jersey upon his arrival. However, his performance in the past season left much to be desired. Frequent injuries limited his appearances, and he started only 4 Premier League matches for the Red Devils. Now that he has fully recovered from his injuries, Mount will have another chance to prove himself in the upcoming season. Last summer, his move from Chelsea to Manchester United raised eyebrows, but unfortunately, it didn't lead to the expected brilliance. Despite the hype, Mount struggled to make an impact, featuring in only 20 games across all competitions. His contributions fell short, especially considering his hefty weekly wage of $250,000. As Manchester United continues its summer transfer activities, including potential signings like Manuel Ugarte and Adrien Rabiot, Mount's future at the club remains uncertain. Should the Dutch manager grant him another opportunity to shine? Is it too hasty to let him go now? Let's not forget that the 25-year-old midfielder previously showcased his talent at Chelsea. Similar to Erik ten Hag, who persisted with underperforming players after a disappointing season, Mount may need time to overcome his current challenges and thrive at Old Trafford. Mount's value lies not just in ball control statistics, but also in his tactical versatility. Whether deployed as a number 10 playmaker or in a box-to-box role, he contributes to team cohesion and midfield control. Additionally, he can create scoring opportunities for his teammates. The emergence of Kobbie Mainoo adds complexity to the situation, as Mainoo can play as a deep-lying midfielder with good connections to other elements in the midfield. One suggestion for Mason Mount is to play a role similar to Scott McTominay, pushing forward from midfield to infiltrate the opponent's penalty area. Although he lacks McTominay's natural goal-scoring instincts, Mount's superior passing ability can enhance the team's overall gameplay. If Mason Mount's first season was considered a draft, then Jurrien Timber's draft paper remains pristine and virtually untouched. He played 45 minutes in the first round and 73 minutes in the final match. That's all Timber had in his debut season with Arsenal. A preseason cruciate ligament injury robbed the Dutch left-back of the entire campaign. Given Arsenal's current defensive challenges, Timber's return is a valuable addition. Last season, the club received bad news after the opening match when new signing Jurrien Timber suffered an anterior cruciate ligament injury, playing only 50 minutes in the 2-1 victory against Nottingham Forest. His absence was felt throughout the season. Timber was meticulously trained at one of Europe's top academies, Ajax Amsterdam. Over the past 2 years, he has proven himself as one of the most promising defensive players. Despite not having impressive height for a defender, Timber compensates with modern football qualities, speed, intelligent situational awareness, and excellent passing ability. Additionally, Timber is versatile, capable of playing as a center back, right back, or defensive midfielder. Rumors about Timber moving to more ambitious clubs circulated in international media even before last season. Arsenal's coach Mikel Arteta and sporting director Edu Gaspar made significant efforts to bring this Dutch gem to the Emirates. Ahead of the Nottingham Forest match, Arteta praised his young protege on TNT Sport. Timber is a courageous and versatile player. His tactical adaptation is exceptional. He makes our play more natural. I'm proud to have Timber in our squad. In the preseason, and during the Nottingham Forest game, Arteta experimented with Timber at the relatively new position of left back, with a tendency to move into central areas. This unexpected solution came as Zinchenko was still recovering from an injury, and Tierney wasn't the ideal fit for that role. Timber's ability to escape opponent pressing, contribute to attacking moves, and play on par with midfielders has become a formula for Arsenal in the early season. The Dutch player not only brings professional quality but also serves as a crucial piece for Arteta's tactical adjustments. Let's not forget that Arsenal faces demanding fixtures, and almost every season, they find themselves gasping for breath in decisive moments. In December 2022, Chelsea successfully signed Christopher Nkunku from RB Leipzig for $53 million. However, up until now, most of the Blues fans have not felt the presence of the French player at Stamford Bridge. Nkunku's first season at Chelsea was marred by frequent injuries. Having prepared physically, the French striker needs to shine and prove his worth. He has only played 2 Premier League matches for the Blues after his $53 million transfer from RB Leipzig in the summer of 2023. Nkunku underwent knee surgery following an injury during Chelsea's pre-season tour in the United States and made his Premier League debut in the Christmas defeat, where he also scored a goal. Overall, the 26-year-old missed 39 matches for the Blues and ended the season with 3 goals in 14 appearances across all competitions. Excluded from the French national team for Euro 2024, Nkunku enjoyed a summer break and is now aiming for a strong season under the guidance of new head coach Enzo Maresca. He stated, "I feel better after a challenging previous season. I had an interesting summer break, which I needed. Resting my mind was crucial. Now I'm working hard in training to maintain fitness and move forward positively. The preseason preparation has been excellent. We're training diligently to be ready for friendly matches." Nkunku's versatility lies in his ability to play anywhere in the attacking line. If Chelsea needs a new center forward, he can seamlessly replace Nicholas Jackson. Whether on the left to cover for Sterling or Mykhailo Mudryk on the opposite flank, Nkunku is up for the challenge. His statistics from last season at RB Leipzig, 20 goals and assists, paint a picture of a forward who brings diversity to the Blues' front line. Nkunku averaged 3.5 shots, 1.8 key passes, and 1.8 successful dribbles per game in the Bundesliga. Despite having quality midfielders like Conor Gallagher and Cole Palmer, as well as depth from Moses Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, and Romeo Lavia, Chelsea fans eagerly await how Coach Maresca will utilize Nkunku in the upcoming season. While the aforementioned players have yet to make an impressive impact in their debut season due to health and form issues, Newcastle's most expensive signing, Tonali, has been unable to contribute to his new team due to a suspension from the Italian Football Federation. The former AC Milan midfielder received a 10-month ban related to betting. As he returns for the upcoming season, Newcastle fans hope that Tonali will focus solely on football and avoid any further risky activities. Recently, Italian midfielder Sandro Tonali resumed training with Newcastle after serving a 10-month ban related to football betting. The Italian Football Federation suspended him in October last year, preventing his participation in Euro 2024. Italy's national team was eliminated by Switzerland in the round of 16. Juventus midfielder Niccolò Fagioli also received a 7-month ban in the same scandal. During his suspension, Tonali underwent an 8-month recovery process. The ban was issued just 3 months after his record-breaking $60 million transfer from AC Milan to Newcastle. Before the suspension, Tonali scored 1 goal in 12 appearances under manager Eddie Howe. He will be eligible to play again from August 27 and could feature in the match against Tottenham 5 days later. Ahead of his official return, Newcastle posted images of Tonali back in training on social media, including videos of the 24-year-old midfielder hugging staff members, chatting with coaches at Darsley Park Training Center, cycling for fitness, and lifting weights. Joelinton was also present during Newcastle's first training session. Alongside the video, the club captioned, "Sandro Ole Ole." While Tonali had a promising start at Newcastle, consistency remains elusive for the Italian player. Fans in Newcastle eagerly await his stability, though the timeline remains uncertain. Like all foreign players arriving in the Premier League, the 24-year-old midfielder must adapt to a faster-paced, more physically demanding style of play, quite different from what he was accustomed to in Serie A. Tonali himself admitted that he found things challenging upon arrival, struggling to absorb all the necessary information from the coaching staff and feeling uncertain about his position. Newcastle is also working to find the best way to communicate with the player, acknowledging that Tonali's limited English poses a complex issue rather than a mere inconvenience. After 10 months of rest and focused English language learning, Tonali is eagerly anticipated to make a spectacular comeback in the Magpies' colors in the upcoming season.